Once we get inside, find Kurog and take him down. We need to save as many chiefs as we can. There's still time if we move fast. We need to open this gate. Stand aside and let me work. Get ready to get those people out of there. Archers! Eliminate the clan chiefs!
We've been betrayed. Defend yourselves!
And now the last guest has arrived. I'm gonna make you pay for your disloyalty. Clan chiefs, over here. As impressive as always. But it doesn't matter. My soldiers are already moving to block the tunnels. But even impressive criminals must pay for their crimes. I'm gonna deal with you, personally. Bow before the king of the Orsinium! You shall die with the others, fool! Mother, burn them all! I demand a blood price for my mother's death! Die by my sword, right! Mother, grant me your power! May the fires of your forge engulf the traitors! I will send you to the depths of oblivion! You fought valiantly, bravely. Maybe the best display of martial skill I've ever seen. I just wish we weren't forced to become Kingslayers. Kurog and his mother are dead, but look at the price he made us pay. The murdered chiefs, but they're just the tip of Malakath's tusk. More orcs will die as they fight to take control of their clans. All the while ignoring the approach of winter and the coming starvation. I've seen enough death for 2 lifetimes. No. Kurog went from good intentions to madness faster than a hawker swallows a bucket of fish. Killing him was the right thing to do. In the end, he left us no choice. How could it not? Once Kurog was like a brother to me. He was a great orc, a visionary, before his mother corrupted him. But I've become as gloomy as a drunken dark elf on a rainy day. Must be because Kurog won, despite everything we did. Please, enough talk. I want to be alone for a while. Think about what happened here and what has to happen next. Meet me back at the keep. We'll continue this discussion then, and you'll get the explanation you desire. May your path to the Ashen Forge be lit with the braziers of courage, my one-time played brother.
Clans. You earned their respect by what you did in there. Follow me. I can lead you back to the keep. The path should be safe enough now. Just stay close and follow me.
You're just in time. We finished clearing out the Vashrock and the remaining chiefs are waiting for me to address them. But word of Kurog's death is spreading through the city like wildfire. I don't know how the people will react to the news. Not completely. I'm sure there are still pockets of deluded cultists hiding throughout the countryside. We'll deal with them eventually. Right now, I need to figure out what to do with the clans that lost their chiefs, and with this damnable city. Kurog dreamed of a united Orsinium nation, of all Orc clans standing shoulder to shoulder as equals with the other races. Despite everything that happened, I think he's going to get his wish. It will all become clear in time. Right now, I need to talk to the chiefs. Figure out how we're going to stabilize the clans without the need for more death and destruction. If you're up to it, I have one more favor to ask of you. You came to Hrothgar to help Kurog unite our people and rebuild this great city. Despite how we got here, you accomplished everything the king asked of you. Now I have a request. If you're willing to provide one more service to the Orcs. This last favor is of a more personal nature. I want to give Kurog a proper funeral, to honor him for the warrior and leader he was, and not the crazed despot he turned out to be. I do. Kurog was my friend once, and he was a great Orc before his ambition got the better of him. Besides, the people need to know the whole truth, the good as well as the bad. A traditional Orc requiem is just what we need to get past this. Take these notes and deliver them. Everyone should be somewhere in the city. Make them listen to you. Get them to attend Kurog's funeral. Meanwhile, I'll make sure everything is prepared for the ceremony. On your way back, after you've delivered the letters, stop by the King's Corner Club. Speak to the barkeep, and get a bottle of Kurog's favorite ale. It's foul stuff, but he loved it. We'll use it to drink to his memory at the service. Happy? What an odd question. To tell you the truth, I never thought I'd live to see the city rise again, but I've been wrong before. You're a good example of that. If you're asking if I'm proud of what Kurog created, then yes, I guess I am. The thought has crossed my mind. At least under Kurog as part of the Daggerfall Covenant, we were considered strong. We had allies. That's something I need to think about. I used to dismiss Kurog and his deals with our enemies. Now I'm not so sure. Emmerich's agreement was with Kurog, not the clan chiefs. We need to discuss our options and make a decision. Hopefully before the next siege camp sets up outside our walls. Mostly to people you know. People who helped us stop Kurog and the Vashrock. There are also a few friends of mine. We trained together not long ago, but they recently returned to Hrothgar. I want them to see what happened here. There's Bizra, who rarely removes her war paint. She'll tell you to tusk off, but give her the letter anyway. The other one, he's a unique character. Has a code of honor all his own. If Bizra is here, he won't be far from her side. The chiefs and I discussed this. We think it's better to remember Kurog for who he was rather than vilify him as a tyrant. We honor the Orc I knew as a friend, not the one I fought with as a rival and an enemy. We fought side by side long ago. When he left Hrothgar to become a mercenary, I went with him. It was a glorious time. But I had responsibilities to return to. When next I saw my friend, he was making his own challenge to become chief of his clan. Kurog struck a deal with High King Emmerich, agreed to support the Breton ruler in Rancer's war in exchange for the return of Hrothgar. That's when he declared himself king. Some of us were furious with him, but his actions saved countless lives.
Tusk off. I've got no time for beggars or dishonest traders, and I'm in the mood to throw someone into the river. So walk away before we find out if you can swim. Oh, really? I was certain the old bastard had forgotten his battle companions. In our day, we cut a bloody path across elsewhere in High Rock. But why'd Bosrog send you, I wonder? A letter? For me? My companion should be along at any moment. Wait until he finds out Bosrog is a chief now. A chief with his own private messenger. He'll plop a brick.
Well, I'll be a harpy's uncle. I never expected to see you here. Are you a sight for sore eyes? What brings you to the arse end of Malakath's wasteland? No, you don't have to answer that. I can guess why you're here. This is just the kind of place that attracts people like you. You can't help yourself. Well, I don't know Chief Bosrog. But Bosrog the Butcher? Him and me go way back. We were all part of Gaspar's Stalkers, the best mercenary company to ever fight its way across Hammerfell and elsewhere. But you don't want to hear old war stories. Let me see that. Interesting. So Bosrog wants to give Kurog a traditional Orsimer requiem, does he? I heard that the king was dead. I guess this confirms it. But I'll be a harpy's hairdresser if I can figure out how you're involved in all this. I suppose the job of King's Slayer pays well. You could have sent word. Me and my crew haven't exactly been turning away offers with a stick, you know. You couldn't take a moment to send a message to old friends? Yeah, well, maybe Bosrog can set us up with work after the funeral. I'll have to ask him about that. I hope they're going to have food at this thing.
I'm glad to see that life still courses through your body. I'd be extremely out of sorts if you turned up dead. And I heard what happened. You have my thanks for keeping Chief Bosrog safe. I'd be even more upset if my husband had died. Not everyone has the luxury to run off on an adventure whenever the mood takes them. I had the foreign survivors to deal with. They had to be gathered up and given shelter after the attack on our stronghold. A letter? How intriguing. What does it say? My husband plans to hold a funeral for Kurog? I suppose that makes sense. They were good friends once, before Kurog put that tight crown upon his head. I'll join Bosrog as soon as I can. You're not here to take me on another adventure. I'm done with this wretched place. With you, the king, everyone. I apologize.
Talvia's death hit me harder than I realized. I know you did what was needed. Evelie told me as much. Me? Why me? Why does the chief want me to attend a funeral for the king who caused so much death and destruction? Even for orcs, this makes no sense. I'll consider it. I guess it would be a chance to spit on the king one more time before I go. Leave me for now. I'd like to finish packing Talvia's things by myself.
Bad enough to come to I don't think you should be here. I don't want any more trouble. I heard the king was dead, and I'm sure you had something to do with it, so leave us out of it. No, I don't want anything. Not from you, not from Chief Bosrog. I just want me and my father to be left alone. You just won't take no for an answer. Oh, all right, let me see that. A funeral? For the king? And the chief wants me to attend? I'd be honored. I wonder if I have time to get a nice dress.
The temple has never been more full of joy and life. Thank you for saving the High Priestess. But where are my manners? Your elf friend. She's still fighting to survive the wounds inflicted upon her. May Trinimac watch over her and make her well. I'm glad to see someone still has some faith after all this. Speaking of which, I hope they let us stay after they rededicate the temple. I've come to like this city, trouble and all. Now that King Kurog and the Forge Mother are gone, the temple is going to be rededicated to Malakath. It's a shame, but I can't blame the clan chiefs. Not after all the trouble with the Vashrak. What's this? A funeral for Kurog? I'd be honored to represent the priesthood at such a solemn event. Perhaps the chief sees a place for Trinimac in the days ahead. I hope so. No matter, the city needs to heal. I'll do what I can to help with that.
I'm glad you're here. Evelie has entered a deep sleep. I don't know when or if she'll come out of it. But I'll stay at her side, no matter how long it takes. I just hope that Trinimac hears my prayers. I don't know. It's out of my hands. I did everything I could, and now the rest is up to her. But I know she'll be happy that you came to visit. She looks up to you. What's this? An invitation? Barsrag's heart's in the right place, but doesn't he see the irony? This is just how this terrible situation began. No, I won't leave Everly's side. Not until this is finished. One way or another.
No sad faces. Not in here. This was Kurog's happy place, and that's how it's going to stay. To Kurog, to Orsinium, may the city always remember the kind and gentle king who cared for his people. Everything else? That was his mother's fault. A funeral? No one tells me anything. I came to this wretched land because of Kurog. He set me up with this tavern, and I'll always be grateful to him for that. You want the ale? Let's make a deal. I'll give you a bottle of Kurog's favorite ale. I'll give you a whole damn barrel of the stuff. But only if you let me attend his funeral. I want to honor him, say goodbye. Let me do that, and I'll make sure you have plenty of the ale he loved. Thank you. I'll have the ale delivered to the keep. And I'll see you at the funeral. It'll be one last party for the king.
Yeah, the king is dead. Long live King Barsrag.
Glad to see you. This is very important to me.
I'm just sorry I missed all the action. It looks like you could have used another hand or two.
Bum nog and hands. I think it's an obsession.
Thank you for gathering, everyone. It's important that they're all here to see what happens next. We proceed with the funeral. The ceremony is as much about Kurog and the others as it is about the future of the city, of the Orsimer people. Everyone will want to be here for this. Don't worry. I'm not planning anything as audacious as Kurog. Everyone in the city has a choice to make, but it will be peaceful. Nothing will be forced upon them. No more harm will come to the Orsimer. You have my word on that. We need to stop dwelling on things we can't control. We need to move forward. Now please, we should begin the ceremony. There will be things I ask you to do during the Requiem. Listen to what I say, and act accordingly. I believe we're ready to begin. I believe it's good to see you here. Everyone, in fact. Thank you all for coming. Kurog's intentions were good, but his actions were not. Let's set aside the actions and re-examine his intentions. Even a good orc can fall prey to ill-conceived notions. We need to bury the past with the king, and look to the future. Outsider, step forward. Your help has been invaluable, and I want you to be a part of this. Please, light the first torch. Ignite these fires to remember Kurog's true goal. Unity for the Orsimer people. Instead, we have clans without chiefs. A city without a king. We will support these people. Guide them. We must look to tomorrow. Outsider, light the second torch. It will burn away the past and guide us to the future. Remember the Kurog who was. Strong, confident. A king who cared about his people. We will carry on that legacy, offering help, but never forcing it upon anyone. Much to my regret, the clan chiefs have asked me to take on the mantle of King of the Orsimer. This request, I have cautiously agreed. We cannot be seen as weak and leaderless to the rest of the world. I shall uphold Kurog's dream, but I will avoid his ambition. We shall stand together as the new Orsinium. Say your farewells, then return to the keep. We must put this darkness behind us and celebrate a new day.
I wonder if Bosrog has any interest in a corner club. We wouldn't even need to change the name or anything.
Isn't it amazing? Here I am, a simple commoner, getting to watch history in the making. I wonder if the new king will let us cater his coronation. The greedy gut has the best chef in Orsinium, you know.
Orcs and their kings. They're almost as bad as the Bretons and High Elves. Spatter mud on their clothes, and they need to have them cleaned, just like the rest of us.
Another king? Well, I suppose that makes sense. A united Orsimer is certainly stronger than isolated clans. I guess you could say Kurog got his wish after all.
My husband, the king. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I suppose I'll have to get used to it. It's not like he can refuse the throne now that he's accepted it. At least, I don't think he can.
King Bosrog? I guess it has a sort of ring to it. I just hope he knows what he's getting into.
Bosrog let them crown him as king? I never saw that coming.
Why must I suffer so?
I'm glad you're here. How long has it been?
Too long, that's for sure. But we can't all be shield wife to a king.
Does priest appreciate Rigard's gift? It's filled with the finest Nord spices and...
As long as
well,
it's not here,
you probably
I'll
don't
go
want to know
wherever the
about
current
me.
takes me.
Are you sure this is safe to eat? I'm not sure I even know what this is.
I'd be honored. King Basrag, your majesty?
What a welcome surprise. Thank you, King Basrag.
Did you hear? I'm going to...
Your courage and resilience in the face of adversity do you honor, my friend. If not for you, the clan chiefs and I wouldn't be standing here. And I certainly wouldn't be king. So this is all your fault, isn't it? I haven't been king long enough to form an opinion. I hope the crown isn't as heavy as Kurog made it look. You have a place here with the people of Orsinium, but as much as I'd like you to stay, I know there are others out there who need your help. Stay as long as you want, but as king, I declare that your service to Orsinium has come to an end. If anyone else in Hrothgar still needs your help, then by all means you should provide it. I need to continue to meet with the clan chiefs and reach out to other influential orcs in the city. We have a government to forge and alliances to foster. There's a lot of work, but I think I finally understand what Kurog was trying to do. And you. Take this. It belonged to Kurog, but you earned it. I hope I can do as much for my people as you did for Orsinium. I will do my best to live up to the faith that you and the clan chiefs have seen in me. Your name will never be forgotten by the Orsimer. We will talk of your deeds for generations to come. Now, we'll find a way for the clans to work together, to fulfill Kurog's original dream of united and strong people. Orsinium will stand forever. There's enough of the fanatics left to be a pain in my side. But we have ways of separating the bad from the good. It might take a while, but we'll put an end to the Vosh Rock before too long. Never wanted to be a king. Still don't, really. But this is the best way to keep the clans from fighting or starving to death once winter sets in. I'll wear the crown for as long as I have to. Set my people on the right path. Orcs usually burn the bodies of chiefs and heroes, mix the ashes into swords and shields. But for Kurog, I think I'll have the seat of the throne recast. That way he'll always be a pain in my arse. Help remind me what I should and shouldn't do. Orcs have no concept of goodbye. We just come and go as we please. But you're always welcome in Orsinium, my friend. I'll be here cleaning up the mess that Kurog left us with. Just try not to get killed without me, all right? Good. I knew you would. I wish you safe travels. I'll try not to get too jealous while I'm stuck here being a royal bureaucrat and you're out there being a hero.
Did you hear? I'm going to stay here and help King Kurog. Still not sure what I'll be doing, but he mentioned forming an archery unit. I'll get my own squad. I'll have to think up a clever name. Something dashing. I'm better. Much, actually. Hey, I wanted to tell you that I forgive you. For Talvia. Not that you ask, mind you. I don't know what happened in there, but I know you saved people. Solgra, me. If Talvia had to die, I know you had no choice. You mean the arrow in the chest? I'm still sore, but I can move around on my own. Solgra says I need lots of rest, but that can wait. I'm not going to miss a chance to say goodbye to everyone, especially you. Plus, I have an amazing scar now. No idea. Not even sure what an archery unit does other than loose arrows at things. I get to be a captain, though. Investigator Vale doesn't even have her own squad. Well, except in that one book, but you remember what happened to them. I'd give you a huge hug right now if I wasn't so sore. I don't suppose you'd be willing to stick around? Stay with us for a while? I'm still not sure what's going to happen once you disappear. It's going to take some getting used to. Figured you'd say that. Maybe I'll track you down one day, and we can get into some more trouble together. I'm going to miss you. Just be safe out there, all right? I'll be around if you ever need me.
I know I have you to thank that I lived to see this moment. Everly filled me in on some of the trials you underwent when investigating the Voshrak base. There were tough decisions to be made. Yet here we stand, alive and well. King Kurog informed me that he plans to return the temple to its original purpose, as a shrine to Malakath. I'm not sure what that means for the Trinomac priesthood, but he has requested that I serve as a royal advisor. Upset? No. Disappointed? Most definitely. I can't dispute the fact that Trinomac fanatics caused so much trouble. If returning the city to Malakath makes up for that, who am I to argue? I'm a priest of Trinomac, and I always will be, whether we have a temple of our own or not. These people, they've become my family. I'll stay and help the new king for as long as he needs me. And if I happen to give a few sermons, who can blame me? I'm going to miss you, my friend. I truly believe that Trinomac sent you to us when we needed you most. I wish you well. If you ever have need of me, I'll do my best to be at your side.